This is the case of Ubbas versus Monova. Mr. Ubbas, you are suing Ms. Monova for $5,430. You say your ex-girlfriend owes you the cost of a girls' trip you paid for her. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And the defendant, you say the trip was a gift. All right, Mr. Ubbas, tell the court about this trip.
Your Honor, this is my ex-girlfriend, like you said, and...
How long were you together?
We were together about 3 years.
Okay, living together?
We had been living together for about 6 months.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what happened?
So, I was managing a gym, and she was a receptionist, and when we hired her, you can tell she's very pretty. And, you know, she doesn't have a lot of that, like, gym girl vainness. She doesn't have the Botox or the big lips, and I noticed her immediately when she...
Did he go... Gym girl vainness, the Botox and the big lips. Is that a commentary on a lot of the plastic surgery that you see?
That's right, Your Honor.
All right, so you're saying she didn't look like the typical woman that frequented your gym.
Exactly. She came in and she was very different from what I'm typically dealing with, both in clientele and people I work with. And I was very much struck by her.
All right, so you saw her and you were like, this is a beautiful woman. She's nice. She looks the way I like women to look.
Yes.
You developed a little liking for her.
I would...
Asked her out on a date?
Stronger than liking, and...
you decided to love her already?
You know, this happens, right?
They say love at first sight exists. Do you believe that, Sean? Have you ever fell in love at first sight?
I believe it happens.
Oh, Sean believes it. Gallery, you all believe in love at first sight? Raise your hand if you believe in love at first sight. Look at the romantics here today. All right. Too bad this story went wrong. That's why we're here. So keep it going.
Well, she's married, so...
Oh, okay. So wait a minute now. So she was married when you decided you fell in love?
Yes.
Okay.
And I respected that.
I knew it was going to go downhill. I just didn't know so fast. Okay, so she was married, and you found that out. So you had to keep your feelings to yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
You know, I respected that marriage, and we became friends first, right? I can maintain my emotions, and I'm a professional. And she told me that they were dating in high school, and they've been together for a very long time. And she said their spark had waned. And also, I've met him. His name's Steven, and he's boring.
Okay, well, let me hear about this. It's her husband. Ms. Monova, now, you started working at the gym with Mr. Ubbas. That's correct, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you have feelings for him, or you didn't even know he had feelings for you?
Initially, I had no idea, and then he started constantly hitting on me, doing romantic gestures, like sending me sweet nothing. Yes. No.
So did you say to him, I'm a married woman,
Yes.
I'd prefer if you didn't do that?
Yes.
What, he didn't stop then?
He didn't.
Okay, so how does he get to the point to know so much of your business? He's talking about your husband was boring, you didn't like him, you had lost the what did he call it? Whatever.
The spark.
The spark,
Yes.
right. How did he get to know all of your business?
Because 6 months into him pursuing me, I finally, and I'm devastated by this, I made a mistake and I took an interest to him. And then we had a 2-year love affair.
Oh, did your husband ever find out?
He found out after I asked him for divorce because Zachary insisted that I move in with him and we live together. So he pressured me into moving in with him.
So he was saying, if you want to be together, you got to leave your husband and you've got to come be with me.
Yes.
Your
All
Honor,
right.
I'm asking her, I'd like you to live with me. I love your kids. I clearly love you. I wanted her to live with me.
All right. And so you all admit that you're having an affair. It's going on for 2 years. Your husband doesn't know. How do we get to this trip? How did we end up here on this small claim? Those are very large claims.
Well, Your Honor, a couple of things happened. She was, you know, we had been living together. Her kids and her were living with me, and she was asking...
Took the kids too? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. She was asking me to get married. She wanted to take our relationship to the next level, which wasn't ready for. And I went on a boys' trip. And unfortunately, I had sex with a stripper.
A boys' trip because you feel like you done talked her out of her marriage, but then won't marry her. Ain't that something?
Yes.
Actually, ain't that nothing? That's what it is, nothing.
Well, Your Honor, they were living with me, right? I think I was building a family. I wouldn't call it
So you
nothing.
felt like you were doing what was necessary to show her that you were serious about your future.
Absolutely.
But you weren't ready to get married.
Yeah,
Was your divorce final, Ms. Monova?
Yes.
So you got a full-on divorce.
Yes.
Had child custody arrangements,
Yes.
judgment already made. That's why you had the kids
Yes.
living with him.
Well, the kids live 50-50.
Right.
Yes, but yes, and that's my point. He was playing house with me, and then the first opportunity he could think of, he left.
Playing house. Note to self, note to all the women out there, okay? Don't play house, honey. Make them build you one. Moving on.
I was on this trip and I slept with this, I don't even remember her name. It could have been Felony, it
Like,
could have been
that's
Bumblebee,
relevant.
I don't
He's
know.
admitting it in open court, so he just slept.
But-
you all were partying on the boys' trip. You slept with the stripper.
We were having
Did
a
you
good
come
time.
home
You-
and tell Ms. Monova that?
Immediately. I knew because of our mutual friend group, it was gonna, she was gonna find out eventually. I wanted it to come from me. So I told her.
So if it wasn't gonna come out, I was never gonna find out.
So he just came home and said, honey, the boys' trip was fun, but I got something to tell you.
Yeah, because I embarrassed you in front of our whole friend group.
Oh, it was your friend group, so he had to tell, because you know some of them were going to go home and pillow talk it to their wives.
Yes, Your Honor.
You going to find out anyway.
Yes, Your Honor.
So when he tells you, what was your response?
Well, I wanted to kill him because I have 3 kids and I felt really trapped. I just made a home here with these kids.
You done left your husband.
Yeah, and the kids are confused.
You done left the home with no spark, right? To come live with the boyfriend who goes out on the boys' trip
Yeah.
and sparks it up with somebody else.
Right, and I'm the idiot because I felt.
Timestamp, 6 o'clock. Voiceover script. He talked her out of her marriage, refused to marry her, and then cheated on a boys' trip. Talk about an absolute betrayal. Is anyone actually surprised this backfired on him? Drop your thoughts below. 196 characters. Viewer reaction. Viewers will likely feel vindicated and amused by the immediate karmic fallout of his actions.
How in the world does it get to him saying that you owe him for a trip?
At that point, actually, the kids really wanted a camping trip.
Okay.
And I asked him, would he feel comfortable if I went with Steven on a camping trip?
Oh, with your ex-husband?
Yes.
With the kids?
Yes.
Okay.
But nothing happened because it was...
So, okay, you went on the camping trip with your ex-husband.
Yes.
You said yes, mister?
Yeah, I'm trying to make amends, right? Like, man, you've been there, right? I'm not trying to be...
Well, you in the doghouse now. And so you really don't have a lot of standing to say anything. So when she says this, do you really want her to go?
Yes.
Or you
Yes.
want her to go with her ex-husband and the kids? You're for
Absolutely.
that.
Like, look, he's truly like white paper. He's so boring. And I know that those kids need to have a relationship with their dad, and I know she needs to have a relationship with her ex-husband.
So you're okay with them co-parenting
Yes.
in a way that benefits the kids, and you're okay that they went on a vacation?
Yes.
All right, so you all go on the vacation, nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Can somebody take me to the trip that is at issue in this case
Well,
right now?
I can, because I wanted to make amends, and I also knew that she had never done a thing like this. I said, hey, why don't you and your girlfriends go to have a vacation? I will pay for it. I'll take care of your flight. I'll pay for your lodging, your meals. Whatever you do, I got you.
All right.
So she's on the trip, and, well, long story short, I find out she doesn't take her girlfriends. She takes Steven.
Oh, so wait a minute. Let's go back a little bit. Do you pick the place, or do you ask her where does she want to go?
Where did she want to go?
Where
Tell
did you
me.
say you wanted to go, Ms. Monova?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. I'm going to Puerto Rico. So you buy just her single ticket?
Yes, which I have here.
I'd like to see that.
Let's see.
I'll take your whole folder.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right, so here's the hotel stay.
You also see all of the expenses that I paid for.
You buy her plane ticket to Puerto Rico and the return flight. And then in this evidence folder, you got a lot of pictures of her having fun in Puerto Rico.
So?
I don't see Steven in these pictures.
Well, I kept asking her, you know, send me some photos. Let's FaceTime. I miss you. I want to talk to you. What's going on? And she sends me photos of just her, and that seems odd. And
Because
so,
you say it was a girls' trip.
because it's a girls' trip.
Where are the girls?
Where are they? And here we get, right? And so it's like, okay, who's taking the photo of you? And then I see a charge on my credit card statement for room service, so I'm curious about that, and it's for $250. So I call the hotel, and they tell me it's for champagne and chocolates. Then I called the room, and nobody picked up. I called the next day because I was still suspicious, and Stephen picked up.
Oh, so you knew it was him. Did you say anything, or did you just hang up?
He hung up immediately once he heard my voice, because I just said, you know, hello, basically.
So now they're in Puerto Rico on a ticket that you bought for her. He's there. What happens? How does this get to the point that you decided to sue her for the cost of the ticket?
Well,
and the travel.
you know, she came home, and I didn't want to have anything to do with her, and I asked her, like, you know, obviously you're still doing something with Stephen. That's not what I paid for you to have a girls' trip, to have fun, not to have an affair with your ex-husband. I don't want to do this. And by the way, I didn't even mention this, the kids were at the grandparents' house. She didn't tell me, because I assumed they were with Stephen. She didn't tell me that they were there. And that's for me, a huge breach of trust, Your Honor.
You're into breaches.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, he a lawyer now. This is a breach. Okay, you was breaching when you was down there with the stripper too, but that's, I understand. So, Ms. Monova, what is your response to your boyfriend's claim that you owe him for these travel expenses in the amount of $5,430 because he bought this for you to go on a girls' trip and you ended up taking your ex-husband?
Well, Your Honor,
We just want to know, were you intimate with your ex-husband then with the chocolate and the
Yes, I was.
strawberries?
Everything happened so fast between him admitting the cheating, the camping trip, and then somehow I felt that actually maturity is more attractive than muscle.
Oh, white paper is more attractive than muscles.
Yes. And
Maturity over muscles. Let that sink in. Now, Sean got both. Ah, she looked at Sean. She looked like, okay. But you realize that maturity, right? Your husband's maturity, your ex-husband's maturity was more attractive to you in that moment than you appreciated him for in the past.
Yes.
So the truth is you kind of rekindled a romance with your husband.
I didn't even rekindle it. I was so confused that I just wanted to do what he did, which was...
You wanted to do the tit for tat and get him back.
Yeah, well, I felt that that was the only way I can let go of the resentment, because the whole time it was just like weighing on me. That he did this and the kids, and what does it mean for them? And I thought, okay, I don't want to cheat with a stripper. I want to just go to something familiar. So I felt that maybe this way we get even, and I understand the absurdity of it now, but at that moment, this felt like the right thing to do.
You, again, are not the first woman that's chosen that path, nor are you the last. But I always say, usually in those games of tit for tat, we lose. Whatever it is, maybe that wasn't the time or the place for you to begin to be intimate with your ex-husband again until you'd sorted out this relationship. But your pain, right, turned into a purpose, which was to hurt him. This is the issue with this case. And Mr. Ellis, I get it. You paid for this trip, you paid for the hotel, all of the travel for her to have a girls' trip. It would seem like in your mind it was a bargain for exchange. I pay for the trip, you go have fun, we're even, and really you get yourself out of the cheating that you really got yourself into. However, there was no contract here. The bottom line is when you bought her that ticket, the gift was given, it was delivered. And gifts aren't revocable. Once you give a gift, a person has the right to do whatever they want to do with the gift. So while this may be morally wrong, but in light of what you did, we're on chapter tit for tat of morality right now. But she really had no obligation to take exactly who you told her to take. You didn't buy
Clip 5. Final verdict. No winners here. Timestamp. 1600 hours. Voiceover script. She won the lawsuit, but honestly, both of them lost here. Betrayal, revenge, and courtroom chaos. They truly deserved each other. Who do you think was more in the wrong? Let me know. 100